The doctor will see you now.
Hi everyone, hello, welcome once again to the Biscuit Tin for me, Xander Simpson, the Jammin Doctor, live, and we actually are live tonight as will be testified by your comments. I will be reading them and interacting with you a bit more. So I'm going to start the night with a very brief apology. I was expecting and hoping to have Jade Skeen even sitting straight across from me, but Jade Skeen is nowhere to be seen through no fault of her own. But as you'll all be aware by now, we are back into semi-lockdown. We're not allowed anyone else into the house, so that has been put on the back burner for just now. In the coming weeks, I'll try to arrange some stuff to do some things live with people over Skype as we have done before. So apologies if you were tuning in expecting Jade, but hey, it's all right. You've got me, and hopefully going to have a good fun show. I've been away on holiday this week, so I have done zero preparation for the show. You will be delighted to know, because I know that you love the shambles that is the Jammin Doctor live music show. So I am going to do some songs tonight that I have completely not rehearsed. We'll take your requests as always. We've got a good pop quiz this week that we will run just shortly after the first song. We've got Love to Hate featuring the sensational Helen Simpson. My mum has very kindly given her time to the Love to Hate section of the show, and we'll be giving you the latest updates on the competition that has just swept the nation, the World Cup of Music. It's in the final. I decided I would run the final over 2 weeks to give as many people a chance to vote as possible, but I will give you an update tonight, and we'll do a couple of songs by the finalists. The Beatles representing Scotland, and of course England being represented. Sorry, I got that arse about face. The Beatles representing England and the Proclaimers representing Scotland even. Grand. So, as I always say, I will get round to doing some of your songs. I'm just going to have a look and see who's joining us here. Who have we got? So we've got Harry Ross first in. Hi, Harry. My mum, Nell. Hi. Caroline Smiley. Hi. Andrea Shaw. My dad. My Auntie Marion Simpson. Sam Butler. Shell, of course, last week's star of the show. I did try to convince Shell to come back for more this week, but she's not having any of it. David Benji, hi David. Cheryl Goldie, we're watching from Largs, very nice, down in Largs. Kenny Skeen, Moon the Doctor. Alan McMillan, hope you enjoyed the Hollybags. Dad, thanks, I'll talk a bit more about that later. Cheryl saying, hope you had a good holiday. Yeah, everyone's saying that, thanks very much. Yeah, so we were in Piper Dam, which was nice. Not utterly convinced it's worth the price, to be perfectly honest, because it's really nothing more than you would get in a run-of-the-mill caravan park, if I'm being perfectly honest. But no, it was very nice. Anyway, I'm going to do a song. I had no idea what I was going to start with tonight, and then just literally seconds before I came on, I am normally more organised than this, but really, genuinely, we were just running around and running here. That's why we're a couple of minutes late in starting. So cheers, everyone. So I'm going to start the night with a wee song by Rod Stewart. This is a classic from Rod, and then we'll get to your pop quiz, folks, because I know you're sitting there with bated breath. Let's do a wee bit slower. I've been reliably informed that I do everything too fast. I get carried away on the night, so that's probably a bit better. There we go, here we go.
Wake up, Maggie, I think I got something to say to you. It's late September and I really should be back at school. I know you keep me amused, but I feel I'm being used. wreck my bed, and in the morning kick me in the head. Oh, Maggie, I couldn't have tried anymore. You led me away from home, 'cause you didn't want to be alone. You stole my heart, couldn't leave you if I tried. I suppose I could collect my books and get back to school, steal my daddy's cue and make a living out of playing pool. Just like Kenny Skinny, I found myself a rock and roll band that needs a helping hand. Oh, Maggie, I wish I'd never seen your face. You made a first-class fool out of me, but I'm as blind as a fool can be. You stole my heart, I love you anyway. Maggie, I wish I'd never seen your face. Maggie, I wish I'd never seen your face. To get on back home one of these days.
Thanks very much. Wee bit of Rod Stewart to kick us off. So that is the only song that I had in mind to play tonight, so please do give me your requests. Just put request, name of a song or a band. I always say this, but there might be some new people to the show. I try to do them. If I know them, I'll definitely do them. If I kind of know them, I'll give them a go. If not, I'll try something by the same band or singer. And if I'm totally stuck, then I'll try and learn something for you for a future date. Alright, guys? So, going to kick on with the pop quiz this week. So a couple of weeks ago I did, or it might just have been last week, I did the oldest people to have a number one. So that gave me a little idea. So that's why this week there's a little theme running over from the oldest people, alright? So ladies and gentlemen, we are going to do our pop quiz hot shots. Remember, no Googling.
Googling.
Alright, so when we did the oldest number ones, I had to give this caveat. I had to say posthumous number ones don't count. For those of you who don't know what posthumous means, it means you're dead. It means you're pan-breed. So we're looking for people who have had number one singles after they're pan-breed, after they're dead, people who have had number ones after they've died. Little clue, all the songs were recorded before they died. Wee clue for you there. So we're looking for people. So there are actually more than 10 of these. I think there are 15 for you to get. Let me just double check, but I think there are 15 for you to get. So the rules are simple. Any song that hit number one in the UK charts after the artist who sang the song had already died. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me just see. I think there are 15 here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14, excuse me. So we've got 14 to get, guys. So just put your pop quiz and then the name of the act. We're looking for singers rather than bands, so these are all singers that have reached number one after they've died. A bit morbid, but quite a good one actually, because there's a few obscure names. There's obviously some very big names in there, but there's a few obscure names in there as well. And don't forget that we will need your requests as well, because otherwise it's just going to be me playing what I want to play all night, and no one wants to hear that. Before we go any further, it is Friday night, of course. I'm still technically on my holidays. I don't go back to my work till Monday night, so I'm going to have a wee beer. Enjoy yourselves, folks. Thanks very much, wee beer. Will I do a toast? I'm trying to think of a toast that I've not done for a wee while. Let's just say, here's a toast to hell. May the stay there be as much fun as the way there. Cheers, guys. Okay, I am just looking through your quiz answers. I'm expecting some obvious ones to go really quickly. I'm just going back to some of your comments here, guys. Katrina Shaw, watching YouTube on TV but can't figure out chat on TV. So if you are watching on YouTube, I've said this before, I'm going to eventually put the show fully on YouTube. Facebook's rules, I'm getting a bit of conflicting feedback. Some people are saying not much is actually changing on Facebook as long as you're okay when deleting your videos, which is why I always delete them off Facebook. But it would still be easier probably to have everyone in the one place for me. But anyway, so if you're on YouTube, you have to have a YouTube account to comment on it. But if you've got a Google account for any reason, and if you've got an Android phone, you've probably got a Google account, then just use that to log in. If not, it's easy. You just join, sign up, username, password, costs you nothing. Subscribe to the Jam Doctor podcast. If you've got the app on your phone, you'll get a notification every time we go live, and then you can put it on your telly. You can have the YouTube app open in your phone and comment on that the way you would on Facebook. It's just the same. As long as you're logged in, it'll give you an option to write comments. There you go, that's the boring bit out of the way, guys. Alan McMillan, hope you enjoyed your holibags. Yeah, I did. Katrina Shaw, Cheryl Goldie say the same. Hi Xander, watching YouTube but with a delay of about a minute due to buffering. Yeah, I think there is a slight delay. I can't remember what way around it is. Either Facebook or YouTube have got a bit more of a delay than the other one, but if you're watching on two different devices so you can comment, just put the sound down on one or you'll get an annoying echo. Cool. Alan McMillan request anything by Amy MacDonald. I really only know one Amy MacDonald song, and that's Mr. Rock and Roll, so I can give that a bash for you. Neil Simpson in with the quiz. Amy Winehouse. No, I thought that would have been, or is it actually? I'm saying no quite confidently. Let me just check my list. But I don't think she's on this list. There you go. That's an interesting one, isn't it? Someone can. Not tonight, because you're not allowed to Google tonight, but on a later occasion someone can Google that and tell me why Amy Winehouse, because I would have thought she'd have been on there as well, but no, she doesn't make the list that I've got. Kenny Skeen in with the big obvious one, of course, Elvis. Cheryl Goldie, Alan McMillan, both saying Elvis as well. Yeah, Elvis, the obvious one. Went to number one in 1977 with Way Down, straight after he died, and then has been to number one several times since. So a few people jumping in with Elvis here. Well done, guys. Yeah, the 16th of August 1977 he died, and it was only a couple of weeks later, the 3rd of September 1977, that he made number one for the first time since being pan-breed. But remember, it was recorded before he died. Alan McMillan in with Buddy Holly. Great answer. So Buddy Holly, yes, another one. So he, again, had a hit single not long after he died, 1959. Now, here's an interesting one. Michael Jackson. No, is the answer I'm going to say. Now, I'm saying no because I took this list, I'm going to be honest, normally I try to be a bit more creative, but because I've been on holiday, I just took this list straight off Tinternet. And Michael Jackson sounds like it should be a right answer, because you would assume that he went to number one after he died. But he's not on the list that I've got. So there you go, guys. We're going by the list that I've got just now, I'm afraid. There might be more to it than that. We can have a look afterwards. But for now, the Quizmaster's answer is always final, so we're going to say no to that, and I'll assume that my sources are correct and maybe he didn't have a number one. Things do surprise you in the quiz. David Benzie with a great answer. Freddie Mercury, yeah, got to number one with Living on My Own in 1993. I did it on this day a few weeks back. It was number one, got to number one on the 14th of August, so it must have been a few weeks ago that I did that. Well done. Frank Sinatra, no. Frank Sinatra not been at number one after he died. That was Katrina Shaw said that, and David Benzie. John Lennon, Cheryl Goldie, and with a great answer. Yes, John Lennon got to number one again just in the immediate aftermath of his death in 1980 with Just Like Starting Over, from this album up here, I don't know if you can see it, called Double Fantasy, which I will be honest, it's shite. It's actually not a great album, but it's got some good songs on it, and that got to number one, and then I think he knocked himself off number one with that. There you go. Frank Sinatra, no. We've had that, so a few more guys suggesting that. Louis Armstrong, nope. Nat King Cole, nope. Michael Jackson, nope. We've discussed George Michael, no. Bowie, no. Whitney, no. John Lennon, Alan McMillan, yeah. Alec Simpson has said Charles Aznavour. No. Never. It is never Charles Aznavour. Mel says Elvis, Alan McMillan, George Harrison. Yes, well done, Alan. So we'll do that by, we'll call a halt to things there because we've got a few of these answers. So George Harrison went to number one in 2001 with My Sweet Lord, which was a reissue of his 1971 hit, and it was just after he died, so well done. So I'm going to try a song by Amy MacDonald. I think I tried this one a few weeks ago. I don't know it very well, but there you go. This is going to be Mr. Rock and Roll because it's really the only one that I know. For Alan and Heather, Alan's got a thing for Amy MacDonald, if we're being really honest with ourselves here. But it doesn't make him a bad person. I have no idea what key I'm going to do this in. Let's just see. So-called Mr. Rock and Roll, me and we'll meet one day. Could probably go a bit higher than that, eh? Who knows? Might be too high now. Will we try this? Let's just see what happens here. Mr. Rock and Roll. So-called Mr. Rock and Roll, he's dancing on his own again, talking on his phone again to someone who tells him that his balance is low. He's got nowhere to go, he's on his own again. Ratchet of this century is acting like he used to be, dancing on his own, never seems to get. She wouldn't dare, it's so rock and roll to be alone. And they'll meet one day when they're far away and say, I wish that I was something more. Yes, we'll meet one day far away and I'll say, I wish I knew you, I wish I knew you before. Mr. Black and White, she never sees a shade of grey, always on her mind, she every single day. Now she's lost her way, where does she go from here? Misty and multicultural sees all that one could see, he's living proof of someone very different to me. Now he wants to be free, free so he can see. And we'll meet one day far away and say, I wish that I was something more. And we'll meet one day far away and I'll say, I wish I knew you, I wish I knew you before. He'll say, I wish I knew you, I wish I knew you when time was still on my side. I wish I knew you, I wish I loved you before I was his bride. So now they must depart, too many broken hearts, but I've seen that all before in TV, books and films and more. And there's a happy ending every single day. And we'll meet one day far away and say, I wish that I was something more. Yes, we'll meet one day far away and I'll say, I wish I knew you, I wish I knew you before. There you go. So a nice wee request from Alan McMillan. Please keep the requests coming. I know that you guys like jumping in on the quiz, which is great, but we need your requests as well because it is a music show, guys, so thanks very much for that. Oh, good one. Where's my beer? Lost it for a minute there. Alan McMillan in with another great answer. Oh, good answer from Alan. And he beat his Got Benz in with it as well because he said Tupac Shakur. Yeah, he had a number one with Ghetto Gospel with Elton John, one of my favourites. So great answer from Alan. Scott Benzie got the same answer, but just a couple of answers down. So need to be a bit quicker than that, Scotty boy. Your dad's beating you tonight. Alan's beating you tonight. Sorry, but you're a loser. Alan McMillan with another great answer. Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix went to number one, 1970. And again, see, this is the thing. See, if you're a regular viewer of the show, things come up time and time again because we had Jimi Hendrix on this day a few weeks ago. Because he died on the 18th of September, so actually it was a week ago today. We had Jimi Hendrix on the show as when we were on this day. See, if you pay attention, folks, all comes back round. Yeah, as I say, Scotty beaten in with Ghetto Gospel. Kenny Skeen, you've already been beaten in with Freddie Mercury, I'm afraid. Whitney Houston, no, another one who you would think, wouldn't you? You would think, but no. I'm assuming people got to number one on the albums charts and things, or maybe purely on downloads, but the way the charts are figured out now, it's a combination of downloads and streams and lots of different things, so that's the criteria we're going for, folks. Alan McMillan, again, knows his gangster rap, doesn't he? The notorious B.I.G. Well done, Al. So I knew we would get through a lot of the big ones here early. We're rattling through a lot of these, but some good answers there from Alan McMillan. Notorious B.I.G. Xander, request, it must be 5 o'clock somewhere. Don't know that one, I'm afraid. I don't even know who it's by. Give us a bit more information, Paul Patterson. I'll see if I can do something similar, but I don't know that one, sorry. Von Benzie, Otis Redding, Dock of the Bay. Now, I don't know if that is a request or if it's a quiz answer, because she hasn't put, but I'm assuming that I'm going to say that it's a request just because I love the song so much. So I'm going to do Dock of the Bay by Otis Redding. Great request from Yvonne. And I'll have a couple more of your quiz answers and then we'll do that. Dave Benzie, Prince and Marion Simpson both say Prince. No. Richard Skeen says there's problems with YouTube. I don't know, is anybody else having problems with YouTube? If you are, let me know, guys. Not that I can fix YouTube, but just so that I know, and you can switch over to Facebook for the time being, alright? But in the meantime, I'm going to do a song by Otis Redding, Dock of the Bay. This is an absolute belter by Big Otis. So this is for Yvonne. I've never played this one before, but how hard can it be? Psh, psh, for a man like me. And we'll try and get some drums on this, shall we? That kind of tempo, isn't it? What we do? Da 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 da. Don't worry, I'm going to do it a bit better on this, alright? So that's probably a bit fast, isn't that? Let's do it about 94. And we'll just take this now off, won't we? There we go, this will be nice, hopefully.
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, and I'll watch them roll away again, 'cause I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away, sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. My home in Georgia, and I headed for the Frisco Bay, 'cause I had nothing to live for. It looks like nothing's gonna come my way. That's why I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away, dock of the bay, wasting time. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything still remains the same. I can't be what 10 people want me to be, so I guess I'll remain the same. Sitting here resting my bones, and this loneliness won't leave me alone. These 2,000 miles I rode just to make this dock my home. That's why I'm sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away, sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. I can't whistle, here we go.
Duck of the Bay. Wee bit of Otis Redding there. Thanks for that one. That was a good one. Don't know if it was a quiz answer or if it was a request, but either way, I did it as a request. It reminds me, we were on a cruise ship a few years ago. There was a guy on the ship called Slam Allen. Big, fat, black blues singer guy from South America. And me being me, managed to wangle my way. I can't remember the ins and outs, but I managed to wangle my way onto the stage to sing with him. I think I just fought my way up and got past security. And he looks at me and goes, "What's your name, boy?" And I said, "Xander." He went, "What?" I said, "Xander." Thick Scottish accent, big American guy. "What?" I said, "Xander." And he just went, "I go call you Fred." So I was Fred to Slam Allen. So if you want to call me Fred, just call me Fred. "I go call you Fred." Anyway, back to the quiz. David Benzie, Prince, no, we've mentioned Marion Simpson. My mum, and with a great answer. Now, my mum doesn't get many answers right, but when she gets them, by golly, they're good ones, I'll tell you. Eva Cassidy had a number one in 2007, many years after she died, sadly, young of cancer. Who knows what the song by Eva Cassidy was, because it's not the one I thought. I assumed it would be something, but there you go. You can put that in the comments section as a little extra quiz for you. What was the song by Eva Cassidy? Melanie Simpson request Desperado, great song. I'll do that for you just shortly. Al McMillan, Nirvana, Kurt Cobain. No, this is all soul acts, Alan. We're looking for Cheryl Goldie and with Eva Cassidy, but beaten to it, Cheryl. Beaten to it with your mum. You should be ashamed of yourself. My dad with a right answer. Sorry, I'm just reading this several times to make sure this is actually correct, because this, according to this, my dad has got a right answer. Not Charles Aznavour, but my dad and with Jim Reeves. What an answer that is. I thought that might be one that that was a tricky one for people to get. So Jim Reeves died in 1964, got to number one in 1966 with Distant Drums. And I know my dad's not been Googling because he doesn't know how to work Google. So well done, Alec. Marion says George Harrison. Well done, Marion. We've had that. Kirsty McCall, Fairy Tale in New York. No. Paul Patterson. Sam Butler request Hotel California. Good one. Quiz Johnny Cash. No. So I will leave it there just now. I'm going to do a couple of these requests. We've had two Eagles songs in a row there, so I won't do all of them, but I'll do a slight not Beatles, Eagles medley. Remember, it's Eagles, not the Eagles, folks. So I will start with Hotel California because I've not done that one on the show before. It's a great song. This is from 1970 something, 77 I want to say. Brilliant track. Okay, so let's go to the drum machine and do a wee bit of this, and then we'll do a wee bit of Desperado as well. So that's too fast for that. Let's just see here. That's not bad for Hotel California, let me tell you. Alright, this song lasts forever, so I'll do as much of it as I feel is appropriate.
Then she showed me the way. There were voices in the corridor. Thought I heard them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Plenty of room at the Hotel California. Any time of year you can find them here. Mine is twisted and twisted. She got Mercedes Benz. She got the light of pretty boys that she calls friends. How they danced in the courtyard, sweet summer sweat. Some dance to remember, some dance to forget. So I called up the captain, please bring me some wine. And he said, we haven't had that spirit here since 1969. And still those voices are calling from far away. Wake you up in the middle of the night just to hear them say, welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Living it up at the Hotel California. What a nice surprise. Bring your alibis. Mirrors in the ceiling, pink champagne on ice. And she said, we're all just prisoners here of our own device. Mind chambers gathered for the feast. They stab it with their silky knives, but they just can't kill the beast. Last thing I remember, I was running for the door. I had to find the passage back to the place I was before. Relax, 7-9 man, we are programmed to receive chicken tikka anytime you like, but you can never leave. Welcome to the Hotel California. Such a lovely place, such a lovely face. Living it up at the Hotel California. What a nice surprise. Bring your alibis.
I wasn't going to do the whole song, but I was enjoying that so much. That's a great song, great request. Thanks for that, guys. Never played that one, actually. I might have years ago, that might be a slight lie, but I've not played it in a long time. So thanks for that, because that's a really good song. And I really enjoyed that. Cheers! Okay, Desperado. As I say, I might just do a little bit of this one, because I have done it on the show not so long ago. So I don't like to repeat myself too much, but as I keep saying, it is your show, guys, so whatever you want is what I'll do. So this one is for Mel. I think I might know this off the top of my head, but I'll bring up the chords anyway, because, you know, I'm a bit rusty. Okay. And as I say, probably just a little bit of this so that we don't go too egos-tastic all in one go. Is that a word? Is now. Here we go. Let me see if I can remember the intro. That sounds about right, doesn't it? Something like that.
Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? You've been out riding to reasons. These things that I please in you can hurt you somehow. Don't you draw the queen of diamonds, boy. She'll beat you if she's able. You know the queen of hearts is always your best bet. It seems to me some fine things have been laid upon your table, but you only want the one that you can't get. Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? Come down from your fences and open the gate. It may be raining, but there's a rainbow above you. You gotta let somebody love you. You gotta let somebody love you before it's too late. Desperado. There you go, a couple of Eagles songs in quick succession. Thanks for that, guys. Some great requests coming in. Alright, well, we see where we are with the quiz. Alright. In fact, before we do that, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play a bit earlier in the night, but for reasons that will become apparent very soon. I'm going to play a game that we call, in this show, Top Fan Non-YouTube. So, as you'll all know, what normally happens is I look through either the Facebook comments or something that someone sent to me or something that's happened during the week and nominate a top fan brackets NY for non-YouTube, and they're my top fan NY for the week. This week I've been away all week and I was just getting ready for the show before we came on, like 20 minutes before we came on, and I suddenly went, oh, and I shouted, honestly, this is true, I went, Michelle, I don't have a fanny. I don't have a fanny. And she shouted, which is an appropriate response, I know. And I said, but I need a fanny. So I don't have a top fan on YouTube this week because I've not really been following much, as I say, we've been away. So please let me know in the comment section right now. Just tell me. I want you to nominate. So the three hashtags that you're going to use are quiz if you've got a quiz answer, request if you've got a request, or top fan on YouTube. So top FANNY, and then a suggestion and why. Please don't just say because you don't like somebody, because that's a bit mean. Give us a good reason why somebody should be the top fan on YouTube of the week. In the meantime, I'm going to go back looking at some of your answers here. I think we got as far as Johnny Cash in the requests. Not in the requests, sorry, in the quiz. Cheryl Goldie with a great answer now. I'm probably going to pronounce this wrongly. Alaya? Is that how you say it? Alaya? I'm showing how uncool I am because this was one of the more modern answers. But Alaya got to number one when... Actually, I'm saying one of the more modern answers. This was 18 years ago. Jesus Christ, Sander. So this was 2002 that Alaya got to number one. There you go. So good answer from Cheryl Goldie. So I'm just going to check at this point how many we've still got to get. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we've only got 3 to get right now. All 3 are quite tricky. One of them is particularly tricky, but we'll see because we've got a few more answers to get through here. There we go. Alaya. Request anything by Steveland Morris Wonder. Yeah, a bit of Stevie. We'll do a bit of Stevie for David Benzie just shortly. Quiz, no. Avicii, no. Bing Crosby, David Bowie, nope. As a duet, nope. I don't think either of them were dead at the time when that duet was out, and I don't think it got to number one either. But other than that, spot on answer. Request Cheryl Goldie, My Sweet Lord, by George Harrison. So that's one of the quiz answers. See, sometimes that just spurs people. So we'll do My Sweet Lord and something by Stevie Wonder. This is when I don't have a guest, I don't have anyone to remind me. So just remind me, guys, if I forget to do your song. Song request from Harry Styles, Adore You.
Heather. Listen, I mean this with all the love in the world to Heather McMillan. You're too old to like Harry Styles. I'm sorry. I know it's cruel, but sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind. That's veering towards top fan non-YouTube territory, Heather, but you were last week, so we'll let you away with it. Paul Patson, hi to Lily and Sophie. Tell them it's bedtime. Lily and Sophie, get to your beds. Ridiculous. Alan McMillan requests 2 songs, one from the Proclaimers, one from the Beatles for the final of the World Cup. P.S. Over and Done With would be an awesome Proclaimers choice, or Then I Met You, or The Joyful Kilmarnock Blues. Well, there's one of them that I had thought about doing this week, so we'll come to that short. People saying no issues with YouTube for me. Hopefully YouTube's fine. Alan Jackson and Jimmy Buffin. No, never heard it. Sorry, Paul Patterson. YouTubers, Richard Skeen's internet might be checking out. So I think it's... I'm sorry, Rich. I think the problem might be your end, everyone else. Quiz Bob Marley. No. Marvin Gaye. No. Ella Fitzgerald. Some good answers here, but no. George Michael, Last Christmas. No. Chelsea hashtag Fred. Yes, that was my name. Paul Patterson, Fields of Gold. Great song. Melanie Simpson, Songbird. I'm assuming this is in response to the Eva Casty thing. And Fields of Gold, people are saying again in response to the Eva Casty thing. It was neither of those. It was a song that I sang a couple of weeks ago. Dougie Allen with a request. Minnie the Moocher. What a request that. Now some of you might say, what's that? But I'm going to play it because that's a good fun song. Eva Casty song, Alan McMillan is correct with the Eva Casty song. It was a jet with Katie Malua. It was What a Wonderful World. Louis Armstrong hit. And that I sang on the show with the band a couple of weeks ago. So there you go, great stuff, some great requests. So what did we have? We've got Minnie the Moocher, we had Stevie Wonder, and we had... I need somebody to remind me, what was the other one? Let me go back a little bit. It was something good. Alan McMillan requested some songs that we will do later. My Sweet Lord. So Stevie Wonder, My Sweet Lord. Alright, so let's try some of them. I'm going to do... What Stevie song will I do? I've done a few Stevie on the show before, but I'll do a wee slow Stevie one. I'll just do a little bit of this. When we've got it's great when we've got lots of requests, but it does sometimes mean I do little shorter versions of the songs because there's so many requests to get through, but that's great. So keep them coming, guys. And it just means you get to hear more songs. And let's be honest, we all just want a verse and a chorus, don't we? That's what we like out of life, unless it's Hotel California, which is tremendous. Anyway, let's try this. I have no idea what this is.
Lately I have had the strangest feeling, with no vivid reasons left to find. Yet the thought of losing you's been hanging round my mind. Far more frequently you're wearing perfume. With you say no special place to go. When I ask, will you be coming back soon? You don't know, you never know. Well, I'm a man of many wishes, hope my premonition misses. But what I really feel, my eyes won't let me hide, 'cause they always start to cry. This time could mean goodbye. There you go, just a wee bit of Stevie. We can always do a bit more Stevie later on if we've got a bit more time as well. What was the other one? My Sweet Lord. Now this one I don't really know that well. I only know the chorus really, but I think that might be as much as there is to it. So let's try it. Like that, isn't it? Let's see. So as I said earlier, this was another bit of random pop trivia, because I know you like your random pop trivia. But this was the first ex-Beatle to get to number one. Wasn't John Lennon, wasn't Paul McCartney. It was George Harrison with My Sweet Lord. So let's try this a bit faster than that, isn't it? That'll do us. So, and then again, number one again after he died, which is why he makes our list. Alright, let's try this. I really wanna see you. I really wanna see you. I really wanna see you, Lord. I really wanna see you, Lord, but it takes so long, my Lord. Oh, my Lord, my sweet Lord. I really wanna know you. I really wanna know you. I really wanna show you, Lord, but it takes so long, my Lord, my sweet Lord. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord, my sweet Lord. There you go. Don't really know that one, but hey ho. So this next one, Minnie the Moocher. Now, some of you will be saying, what the hell is this song, Minnie the Moocher? But you'll all know this when you hear it. This was, I think, like a 20s jazz standard that's been done by so many people, but it famously appeared in the Blues Brothers movie. And then Robbie Williams did it in one of his swing albums. So it is quite well known. And you'll all know it, so sing along home. Right, okay. So, Minnie the Moocher, please do sing along at home. Clap your hands and enjoy yourselves, everyone. Because this is quite good fun. That'll do. Folks, here's the story about Minnie the Moocher. She was a low-down hoochie coocher. She was the roughest, toughest race, but Minnie had a heart as big as a wave. Oh, hidey, 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 hoody, 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 ho, hoody, 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 ho, heedy, 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 hidey, 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 ho, hidey, 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 ho. She messed around with a bloke named Smokey. She loved him though he was cocaine. He took her down to Chinatown. He showed us how to kick a gong around. Oh, hidey, 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 hoody, 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 ho, hoody, 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 ho, heedy, 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 hidey, 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 ho, hidey, 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 ho. She had a dream about the king of Sweden. He gave her all the things she was needing. He gave her a home built of gold and steel, a diamond car with a platinum wheel. Oh, hidey, 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 hoody, 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 ho, hoody, 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 ho, heedy, 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 hee, scooby-da-doo-be-doo-be-dee, hidey, 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 ho, hidey, hidey, hidey. There you go, Minnie the Moocher. That's great fun. Great request there. So we're getting some really good requests. I'll rattle through some more of the quiz answers for you. Where are we up to? Where's my beer? I keep losing my beer because I'm putting it in a different place tonight. There you go. Okay. So where were we with these quiz answers? Pavarotti, no, says Dave Benzie. Request Mr. Bojangles, good one, Kenny. We'll come back to that. Scott Benzie, Vera Lynn, no, we had this chat the other week when we were talking about oldest number ones. I just thought it's one of those that we all think, oh yeah, Vera Lynn should go back to number one, years after she died, but no, she didn't. Quiz Songbird, no, it wasn't Songbird, it was What a Wonderful World, as we've said before. Well done. Del Shannon, Runaway, so that's a good one as well. So we've got Mr. Bojangles and Runaway. Bing Crosby, no. Al McMahon, so this is for the top fan.
Alan McMillan has said, Scott Benzie, just cause. Come on, we need a bit more than that. Paul Patterson, you're the top fan, NY, talking to me, not knowing 5 o'clock somewhere. Lol. Listen, just because you put lol at the end of something doesn't mean I'm not going to be offended, alright? But I'm not. My dad's just sitting. Fanny, Big Dave Benzie for stealing my Charles Aznavour last week. I was distraught. So there you go. Quiz Max Spygraves and Deck of Cards. No. My mum has said that top fan should non YouTube should be my dad Alex Simpson for his constant Charles Aznavour answer. Although she hasn't put Charles Aznavour, she's just put Charles because Aznavour might be a challenge to spell. But yes, I agree. Hi from Sophie. That's Paul Patterson. Remember I said hello to the middle. Request Bruce Springsteen, Hungry Heart. Some good songs here. Top fanny, David Benzie says, top fanny's Alan McMillan because he's a Google king. Oh, controversial. You know that there's no Googling in this show, Alan. I trust you, but David Benzie doesn't. Aerosmith, Dream On, request. No, I don't know that. I'll tell you the truth. The only Aerosmith song that I know is Don't Want to Miss a Thing. My mum says, request In My Life, The Beatles. Very good. So what we'll do then, because we've had a few requests, there are some good ones as well, but I'm going to do at this point, because remember, the final is ongoing. It's not done yet, but we are mid-final. It's not. Let's say this is half-time, shall we? And the final of the competition that swept the nation, ladies and gentlemen, the World Cup of Music. So, for those of you who have been living under a rock, I will tell you what has been happening in the World Cup of Music. We have had 32 teams from around the world, 32 different nations, all represented by that nation's biggest act, as determined by me. There was no strict criteria for that, because if we'd done it by record sales, the Proclaimers wouldn't even be in the final. It would probably be Simple Minds or Wet 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 or something like that. But anyway, we didn't. I just picked who I thought was probably going to be the most popular act from 32 different nations. The Beatles and the Proclaimers were on opposite sides of the draw, Scotland and England. The Beatles I fancied right from the start to get to the final. I thought Elvis, who was on the other side of the group, might get to the final as well, but no, the Proclaimers knocked out Elvis, as well as Bob Marley and a host of other big names on the way to the final. I think home crowd advantage playing a big part, so we're at half-time. I'm going to keep sharing this link till next week, and then we'll reveal the final score next week. But the half-time score at the minute, ladies and gentlemen, have a look at this. The Proclaimers, with 54% of your votes compared to just 46% for the Beatles. So that is pretty tight. But the Proclaimers with a bit of a lead at the moment. But it can all change, guys. It can all change. And that is down to you. So keep voting. If you haven't already, please go into the page. It's the, not the page, the group. Slight difference between a page and a group on Facebook. But go into the Biscuiteers fan group, join that. You will then be able to vote in all the votes and see lots more content, and you can vote if you haven't already. If you have already, share it wide, try to convince people to vote for your favourite. You never know, that could make all the difference. And let's be honest, these guys, the Proclaimers and the two remaining Beatles, they are just, I mean, Charlie, Craig, Paul and Ringo are all desperate to get their hands on this prize. I mean, let's be honest, since the Beatles split up, what have Paul and Ringo done, really? Very little, if we're being honest. So, you know, they could do with this wee boost, guys. So I was going to do a song by each of these acts anyway, but I've had a wee request from my mum for a specific Beatles song, and Al McMillan gave me some different suggestions for the Proclaimers. So for the Beatles, I'm going to do this one that my mum requested. This is a nice song, In My Life, written by John Lennon. Although all the Beatles' Lennon-McCartney compositions are credited to them both, but most of them were written by one or the other with a little bit of input. But this one is a Lennon song, and this is a really nice one. So this is for my mum, and to try to convince anyone who's not voted of the Beatles' credentials, and then we'll do the same for the Proclaimers, all right?
There are places I'll remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. some have gone, some remain. All these places had their moments with lovers and friends. I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living. In my life, I've loved them all. And all these friends and lovers, there is no one compares with you. And these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. Though I know I'll never ever lose affection for people and things that went before. I know I'll often stop and think about them in my life. Loved you more in my life. I love you more. There we go. So that was for my mum, but also as a little taster for the Beatles and the World Cup of Music final, where they will be playing against the Proclaimers. So I'm going to do a Proclaimer song as well. Alan McMillan, for those of you that have been with us all night, will have heard some of his suggestions, and there was one in particular that jumped out at me. I thought, oh, I'll do that because that's a really good song. So I will try this one for you. Again, a new one on me, but this is a great Proclaimer song. I've played a lot of Proclaimer songs on the shows before, so I'm trying to do a new one for you guys. Let me just see here. This is from the Sunshine on Leith album, which is a great album. I highly recommend. I should also say that the Beatles have got lots of great albums. Sgt. Pepper, the White Album, you know. But you probably don't need to be told about them. You'll probably have heard of those. But Sunshine on Leith, not just the movie, but actually the original album's a brilliant album. So probably a wee bit slower than that, although it is quite fast. Alright, so this is from, as I say, the Sunshine Lutheran album, and this is called I Met You. Thought that I'd be happy, gonna be so happy, living life alone and never sharing anything. Thought that I was finished, thought that I was complete, thought that I was whole instead of being part of something. Thought that I was growing old and wiser, thought of way that I was never born to carry. Thought that I was destined to be nothing, destined to be nothing in this world, and then I met you. 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 Thought that God had failed me. Thought the prayers were useless. Thought that He would give them me that never chanced to please Him. Thought the book was written. Thought the game was ended. Thought the song was sung and I could never sing another. Thought the faith was misplaced. Thought the bag was broken by a weight that I was never fit to carry. Thought I knew this city, thought I knew all about it. But then one night I went to Morningside and you were waiting. I met you. I met you. I met you. I met you. Thought that I was happy, gonna be so happy, living life alone and never sharing anything. Thought that I was finished, thought that I was complete, thought that I was whole instead of being part of something. Thought that I was growing old and wiser, understanding why this held out nothing for my spirits. Thought that I was destined to be nothing, destined to be nothing in this world.
So there we go, folks. If that doesn't whet your appetite for the World Cup of music, I don't know what will. A couple of brilliant songs. Two great bands, actually. Two bands that I do like very much. If I'm being honest, I think I have to say that the Beatles, in terms of the body of work and the significance on the music landscape, probably would shade it for me. But I do understand, especially in this part of the world, the Proclaimers vote. And also, you know, they're a great band. It's not just the Scottish thing. They've got some brilliant, brilliant songs. And that's one of them. So there we go. So the World Cup of music continues on the Biscuiteer Facebook group. So join that, get voting, spread it, share it. Okay, and back to some of your comments, guys. Alan McMillan wants to make it very clear here to David Benzie. How very dare you? Yes, I am a fanny, but not a Googler. So we can all agree on at least half that statement's definitely true. Richard Skeen, quiz Barry White? Nope. Request Barry White, you're my first, my last, my everything. That's a good one as well. So we've got a few requests. Request Unforgettable, Nat King Cole. How'd that one go again? Can't mind. Quiz Benny Hill Ernie, no. My dad says Vera Lynn only died 7 or 8 weeks ago. Even I would have remembered the number one that recently. I'm not convinced you would have. Von Benzie, a great request. Tracey Chapman, Fast Car, and Lynn Allen, Mid-Year, Vienna. So there you go. So I will. So what were the requests again? See, this is what happens, as I say, when I don't have anyone to help me keep track of requests. So I'm going to have to go back and look here. Del Shannon, Runaway, Mr. Bojangles. So we'll do Mr. Bojangles first, shall we? A nice wee waltz. If anybody wants to have a wee waltz around their living room. Anyone who watched their charity show will have heard Tommy McSherry singing this song very nicely. What was really funny about it, though, is that Tommy, I don't think he quite understands how the internet works, because when Tommy's singing live in terms of, you know, doing a show in front of real people, he almost always wears a suit. And when he doesn't, he at least has a suit jacket on with jeans and maybe a waistcoat or something. He's always very smartly dressed. And if if we're doing a show, I've done shows with Tommy in front of maybe 50 or 60 people in a small venue, and Tommy's always got a suit on. So then I said to him, right, we're going to do this online show, Tommy. All right, okay, no bother. And he's sitting there in his shorts and a tracky top. And this thing, thus far, this has had 8,000 views on YouTube, right? So when he's playing in front of like 50 people in person, he's all dapper. But when he's got an audience of thousands, like literally thousands of people watch the show, he was just sitting in his shorts. It was not a pretty sight, if I'm being really honest. Sorry, Tommy, but it really wasn't. Anyway, Mr. Bojangles, this is going to be my taking it. By Sammy Davis Jr., amongst others. Sorry, that's a weird key for that. I knew a man. No, I knew a man. Okay, slow. Alright, sorry, bear with me a second, guys. See, that's live. Alright, let's do this a bit better then, shall we? Is that better? Not that. I knew a man. That's better. Sorry, guys. Hit on that didn't happen, alright? Let's do it. Bojangles and he'll dance for you in worn out shoes, silver hair, ragged shirt and baggy pants. He will do the old soft chew. He would jump so high, jump so high. Lightly touched down. He told me of the times he worked in minstrel shows, traveling throughout the South. Spoke through tears for 15 years how his dog and him
right up and died. And after 15 years, he still grieves. He says, I dance now every chance in honky-tonk for my drinks and sips. Most of the time I spend these here county bars. You see, son, I drinks a bit. And then he shook his head. Oh Lord, when he shook his head, I swear I could hear someone saying, please, please, please. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, come back again. Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, Mr. Bojangles, come back and dance, 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 please dance. Come back and dance, Bojangles. Lovely, thanks very much for that one. I think that was Kenny Skeen who requested that one. Cheers, Kenny. Nice one. I'll go back and have another wee look at some more of your requests, some more of your quiz answers. Dale Shannon, Runaway. Do I know that one? I feel as though I should know that one. I feel as though that's one that I go, Runaway, yeah. Is that the one that goes, my little runaway, run, 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 run away? Is that one? Who knows? Dale Shannon. Let's see. I'm going to just bring this up. I might not do this. I'm just going to see if looking at the lyrics sort of prompts me here. How does it start? Oh yeah, I do. So that's fine. I think, and again, I've no idea, but I think I kind of know how that goes. So let's just see. Yeah, let's try this. We better Dale Shannon. Walking by, I wonder what went wrong with our love, a love that felt so strong. And as I walk on by, I think of the things we've done together, while our hearts were so young. I'm walking in the rain,
for that. That was a good wee one for Alan McMillan as well. There we go, getting some great requests tonight, guys. So I'm just skimming through to see if there were any other requests that I missed, and then I'll get more of your quiz answers. I might have to give some clues, I think, for the quiz, because we're starting to dry up a little bit in terms of some of the correct answers, guys. Okay. Hungry Heart by Bruce Springsteen. Again, another one that I don't really know, so I'll just try and do a little bit of it for Sam Butler, because I do like to try to do stuff, even just a little bit of it, if I vaguely know it. So as I say, I kind of vaguely know it. Ish, there. We'll soon see again. I'll see if the lyrics prompt me at all here, and then we'll see how much of this I do. As I always say, we'll do as much as feels necessary.
Jack, went out for a ride and I never came back. Like a river, don't know where it's flowing.
Is that something like that? Let's just try that. Let's just go with that, alright.
Got a wife in a Bellamy, Jack. Went out for a ride and I never came back. Like a river, I don't know where it's flowing. Took a long turn and I just kept going. Everybody's got a hungry heart. Everybody's got a hungry heart. Lay down your money and play your part. 'Cause everybody's got a hungry heart. Oh. I met her down in a Kingston bar. We fell in love, I knew it had to end. We took what we had and we ripped it apart. Now I'm here in Kingston again. Everybody's got a hungry heart. Everybody's got a hungry heart. Lay down your money and play your part. 'Cause everybody's got a hungry heart. Everybody's got a hungry heart. Everybody's got a hungry heart. Lay down your money and you play your part. Everybody's got a hungry heart.
There you go. Hungry Heart, wee bit of The Boss. Bruce Springsteen. Good one from Sam Butler. So just scrolling through your answers here, guys. Oh, My First, My Last, My Everything by Dick Skeen. That was another request, so I'll get there, alright. Tracey Chapman, Fast Car as well, so we'll try to remember those two. Quiz, David Benzie says, Bill Haley. No, not there. Eddie Cochran. What an answer from Kenny Skeen. Brilliant one, Kendall. He got the wrong song. He said Summertime Blues, which wasn't the one he got to number one with. It was 3 Steps to Heaven by Eddie Cochran. But Eddie Cochran was the another one. So there we go. So we now, guys, have only got 2 to get. I won't give any clues yet because the night is still young. But we have got just a couple more to get, guys. Quiz, Sid Vicious, My Way. No. Kenny Skeen, FFS, which means for flip's sake, for anyone who doesn't know. E flat, man. I must have asked what key something was in. So Kenny, for those who don't know, Kenny is a classically trained player of the purple oboe. So thanks for that, Kenny. We will have a wee look through some more requests. So Fast Car and Unforgettable, Nat King Cole. So alright, I'm going to again just rattle through a couple of these, and then we will do On This Day, because we've got a good song for that as well, guys. Alright, Nat King Cole, Unforgettable. Can't remember that one. That's twice I've done that joke. I forgot that I'd already done that. He's part brilliant, that laddie. Tell you. Alright, that's a really nice song actually by Nat King. I bet he's delighted that his legacy, this fabulous velvety voiced singer, real pioneer, beautiful piano player, and his name is a euphemism for something. I bet he's delighted that that's what he's known for anyway. Unforgettable. Let's try that again with the reverb on. Always sounds a bit nicer, doesn't it?
Unforgettable, that's what you are. Unforgettable, though near or far. Like a song of love that clings to me. How the thought of you does things to me. Never has someone been more. Don't know that's it. Unforgettable in every way. And forevermore, that's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks I am unforgettable too. That might just be the worst song I have ever sang on here. Sorry, Kenny, murdered that. Don't really know it well enough. Apologies. But like I say, I'll give it anything a go on the show, guys. That's part of the fun. And then what was the other one? My first, my last, my everything. So that's quite different. Oh, and Fast Car by Tracey Chapman. So I'll do that first, actually, because, again, this one is a well-known song, but some of you might not recognise the title. Go, who's this? Fast Car? Don't know that one, but... this is a real nice song. So let's just see how this goes. Like that, you see. Alright, for this one's for Vaughn. I want a ticket going anywhere. Maybe we'll make a deal. Maybe together we can go somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll take something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove. You got a fast car. I got a plan to get us out of here. I've been managed to save just a little bit of money. I won't have to drive too far. Just cross the border, get out of this city. You and I can both get jobs. Finally we'll see what it means to be living. You see, my old man's got a problem. Lives with a bottle, that's the way it is. Says his body's too old for work. His body's too young to look like this. My mama went up and left him. She wanted more of a life he could give. Somebody to take care of him. So I quit school, that's what I did. Me in a fast car. It's just enough we can fly away. You gotta make a decision. Leave tonight or we'll die this way. Me in a fast car. Fast car. Cool, thanks for that. And one more request for now, and then we'll get back to your quiz answers. So we, as I say, we've only got, how many did I say? Oh, take the reverb off, sorry guys. We've only now got on the quiz 2 to get, yeah. So I'll give you a little bit of clue and say one of them is pretty modern and one of them is pretty old. There you go, that's all I'll say for now, guys. And then we'll do a bit of Barry White. Dick Skeen is always saying, I am very Barry White, but I think that's rhyming slang.
So this is You're My First, My Last, My Everything. My first. How do you spell that? Just like that. Excellent. So, we'll try this again for Richard Skeen. Dick has got some terrible requests, but every now and then he does pull out a good one, so here we go.
My first, my last, my everything, and the answer to all of my dreams. My sun, my moon, my guiding star, my kind of wonderful. That's what you are. I know there's only one like you. There's no way they could have made two. You're all I'm living for, all I need forevermore. You're my first, my last, my everything. With you, I found so many things. A love so new, only you could bring. Can't you see that it's you? You make me feel this way. You're like a fresh morning dew on a brand new day. I see so many ways that I can love you, love you, love you until the day I die. You're my reality, yet I'm lost in a dream. You're my first, my last, my everything. There we go, Betty Barry. Big Barry. Beer, beer.
Barry White, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for that. Okie dokie. So I'm going to skip through. Let's have a look at some more of your answers. Jim Morrison, no, not there. Bill Haley, yes. So Bill Haley, did we already have Bill Haley? No, Bill Haley's not on there actually. I thought he was, but maybe not. Maybe I've made a mistake. Anyway, if Bill Haley is on there, well done. David Benzie. Kenny Skeen, Eddie Cochran, we've had that yet. We've had a few of these, so sorry, just skipping through. Sugar, Maroon 5. You've had Maroon 5, Kenny. No, I did say Maroon 5, Sugar, it's a great song, but it's mostly kind of bass guitar, so that's why we did it when we had the band on. So I'll do it again when the band are on, Kenny, but maybe not one for me and my own. Alan McMillan, Xander, Then I Met You by the Proclaimers, absolute banging cover. Cheers, Alan, you're redeeming yourself every day. There we go. Mark Boland says Marion Simpson, no. Janis Joplin, Billie Holiday, no. Lena Zavaroni, no, says Anskeen, good attempt. Karen Carpenter, no. Mon the Joiners. Great shout, and don't know if it's right, but it's nearly an anagram of Aznavour. No, it's not, Alec. No, it's not. David Benzie, a great request. 4 non-blondes. Brilliant request. So I'll come back to that one. Have a think, guys, because I've still got a couple of wee segments to do, and then we'll get to your requests and we'll get the final quiz answers. So do have a think about a couple more requests, and I'll see what I've got time for. But 4 non-blondes will be next on that one. But first, ladies and gentlemen, I want to do a special segment of the show that we like to call On This Day.
On this day, I see clearly everything has come to life. On this day.
Thanks for that. So, okay, we have got, what date is it today? The 25th. That's it, 25th of September. We've got a brilliant song on this day, or one that I like. It's a bit cheesy, but I do like a bit of cheese on toast. So we have got, on this day, 1945, Onnie McIntyre was born. Who's Onnie McIntyre? I wonder if anyone knows. I've got a feeling David Benzie might be the type of person who would know this, because this strikes me as someone that might be down her street. So Onnie McIntyre from Average White Band. I've told this story before in the show, so I'll do the quick version of it, but a few years ago, we were out in Glasgow in a bar called the Alpine Lodge, which is in the city centre. It's right across the Central Station. You go downstairs into this. It's a bit of a dive bar, to be honest, but it was quite good. And there was a wee keyboard player sitting, you know, singing songs and stuff. It was quite nice. And there was this guy steaming drunk, slivering all over anybody. Came and sat next to us. He's like, "How you doing, pal? How you doing?" You know, that sort of thing. "Aye, all right, pal. Aye, thanks." "Aye, aye, shake my hand." All that part. And then eventually he just says, "I was in the Average White Band." And we're like, "Oh, were you? Aye, very good, mate." You're like, "No, I cut the cake. That was one of yours. Pick up the pieces." And he just starts rattling off songs. "Ah, brilliant song, great. I played the bass line. Oh, it was brilliant." "Aye, okay, pal." Thinking that this is just some delusional jakey. And then he says this, "Let me buy you a drink." We're like, "No, you're all right, pal." No, I'll buy you a drink. I'll buy you a drink." Goes into his wallet. And there's just wads of cash. I mean, wads of like 20s. And he just bought everybody in the place a drink. And I was like, maybe there's something to this. And then we get speaking to the bar owner. And apparently, yeah, it was not this guy. It wasn't Onnie. It was Alan. I can't remember his second name, from the Average White Band, and he still lives in Glasgow and goes to that bar from time to time. So I thought it was just some random jakey, and there he is, a guy who's had like #1 hits in America and stuff. In 1968, on this day, the Jazzy, not the Jazzy Jeff, Jazzy Jeff's pal, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will Smith, born in 68. That makes him 52. He's wearing well, Will Smith. In West Philadelphia, born and raised. Should learn that, really, shouldn't I? Anyway, 1975, interesting one. Jackie Wilson didn't die on this day, but on this day in 1975, Jackie Wilson suffered a major heart attack on stage, and was starved of oxygen in his brain, went into a coma, remained in a coma for another 9 years. So he didn't actually die on this day, but you know, to all intents and purposes, this is when his life really was over. So very sad, lost to the music business. Jackie Wilson, what a legend. 1975, speaking of legends, as one legend was leaving the world, another came into the world. In 1975, a music titan, ladies and gentlemen, Declan Donnelly was born. I had to look because I couldn't remember if it was Ant or Dec, but it's Declan Donnelly was born in 75, so he's 45 today. Happy birthday, Dec. John Bonham, drummer with Led Zeppelin, died this day in 1980, only 32 years old. And 1993, which would have been his 25th birthday, Will Smith was at #1 with Boom, Shake, Shake, Shake the Room. Yep, you know what, I used to love that. And this day in 2006, the Scissor Sisters got to #1 with I Don't Feel Like Dancing, which was co-written, some of you may or may not know, was co-written by Elton John. And it's a brilliant song, so I'm going to do that for you. And then we'll, as I say, we'll go on with the quiz and have a think about another couple of requests. We've still got Love to Hate to do, featuring Helen Simpson as well, so we'll get to that after this as well. But in the meantime, for On This Day today, I'm going to do I Don't Feel Like Dancing by the Scissor Sisters. And let's just see here. There we go. So this is, again, a bit cheesy, and apologies in advance. Michelle hates it when I sing falsetto. She absolutely, for some reason, it just, whenever I do or that sort of singing, you know, Bee Gees or Scissor Sisters or that style of singing, she absolutely hates it. I don't know why she hates it quite so much, but she really does. So she will be turning the telly on to mute as we speak in anticipation of this, but this is a good song. There we go. There we go, here we go, bit of Scissor Sisters. One, two, three, and...
like the old empires, when all you do is change your clothes and how they're versatile. You got so many colors, make a blind man so confused. How can I keep up when you're the only thing I lose? So I just pretend that I know which way to bend. I'm gonna tell the whole world that tonight. Please understand when I see you clap your hands. It looks like music's all yours tonight. But I don't feel like dancing when the old Joanna plays. My heart could take a chance, but my 2 feet can't find a way. You feel that I could must rub a little soft, you never sway. I don't feel like dancing, no, so no dancing today. I don't feel like dancing, dancing, even if I find nothing better to do. I don't feel like dancing, dancing. Why'd you make it down when I'm not in the mood? I don't feel like dancing, dancing. Rather be home with the one when I can't get down with you.
There we go. Michelle, it's alright. You can uncover your ears now. Like I say, she hates all that. But anyway, I like that. Scissor Sisters from this day. Oh, sorry, earthquake. From this day in 2006. Oh, God, that makes me feel old. 14 years ago. That was the number one. So, that's a good one. Okay, I'm going to do a song by Four Non Blondes, and then I'm going to do Love to Hate. This is a brilliant song. This is called What's Up. But some of you will know it as What's Going On, because that's the refrain in the song. I don't know what this is, a female vocal, so bear with me as I try to get a key for it. But this is an absolute peachy song, guys. So shush. Let's just do that. And what tempo are we doing this? Obviously much slower than that. Probably slower than that still, isn't it? That's about right. Okay. And as I say, no idea where we're going with this. Alright, so let's go. Alright, this one, funnily enough, as I was saying there, what key should we do this in? This one actually now is in E flat, Kenny. You'll be delighted to know. Brilliant song by Four Non Blondes.
It's 25 years of my life and still trying to get up that great big hill I pulled for a destination. I realized quickly when I knew I should that life was made up of this brotherhood I made, and whatever that means. And so I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it on up what's in my head. I'm feeling a little peculiar, and so I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high. Scream from the top of my lungs, what's going on? And I say, hey. Hey, what's going on? And I said, hey, hey. I said, hey, what's going on? And I tried, oh my God, to try. I try all the time in this institution, and I pray, oh my God, to pray every single day for a revolution. So I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed, just to get it on up what's in my head. And now I'm feeling a little peculiar. And so I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I get real high. Scream at the top of my lungs, what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? It's 25 years and my life is still trying to get up that great big hill I've hope for a destination. There we go. Thanks to David Benzie. Brilliant request there. Thanks for that. Okay, so going to go back to some of your quiz answers, then we'll do Love to Hate, and then we'll have time hopefully for another couple of your requests. Alan McMillan quiz Bob Dylan. No, the clue is Bob Dylan's no deed. Although looking at him of late, you could be forgiven for making that mistake. Mel's song from this day has to be Let's Get Ready to Rumble. I did think about that actually, believe it or not, but no. Or Tick, 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 Boom. Alan McMillan request final song either Caledonia or Loch Lomond, seen as there's a 10 PM curfew. Yeah, that's right. Remember, you've got to be in your house by 10. Wait, that doesn't work with an online show. Grand. Okie dokie. So I'm going to give you a couple of clues, guys, for the last two quiz answers. One of them I will be amazed if anyone gets. I think the quiz might beat you this week, but who knows? Because without Googling, one of them is I've never heard of this. So one of them is very modern, and when I say very modern, I mean actually this happened this year. So this is someone who died at the tail end of last year and had a number one this year, who I will be honest and say I had never heard of. So if there's any young hip and happening people out there, you might know this. It was a duet with someone who is much more famous, and the other one's a 60s one. Now I say a 60s one, okay, so let me clarify that. The song is a 60s song. It was recorded in the 60s. This guy died in the 80s and it was re-released in the 80s and they had a number one in the 80s, alright? So that's your clues for now. I will give another heavy hint on that one later as we get to it. But for now, we are going to do my favourite section of the show, folks. It's Love to Hate.
I love to hate you. I hate to love you. I love to hate you. I hate to love you.
So, Love to Hate, for those of you who don't know, this is all about unpopular opinions. This is about songs that you just can't stand, that everyone else seems to rave about, or songs that you just love that everyone else seems to think are cheesy or that you don't like. So, this week in our Love to Hate section, we have got my wee mummy. Hi, Mum. Who is going to tell you now her Love to Hate and Hate to Love. Over to you, Helen.
Hi, just thought I'd do my Love to Hate for Xander's show. My Love to Hate is George Michael. Can't stand him, never have done. I know people will be screaming at the TV at the moment, but hey, that's just me. I think that Xander probably sings Faith better than him, as does Andrew Muir. And I have to say, my hate to love, Cliff. We're all going on a summer holiday, always one of our favourites, still sing it yet. So that's me for tonight, bye!
There you go. So my wee mum, another controversial one, hates George Michael. Who hates George Michael? Shocking behaviour, but no, my mum does. So yeah, George Michael, her Love to Hate, just doesn't like him, doesn't rate him as a singer. Controversial. But before we get to that, I'm going to do her other one because this kind of made me giggle a little bit. Partly because Cliff's a bit of a pioneer in British rock and roll, right? Fair enough. Sorry, grabbing a beer, guys. So that, no one can take that away from him. That's fine, but there's not much stuff that I would listen to, and certainly not a summer holiday. But I get, it's good fun to sing when you're going on your summer holidays and stuff. But why would you pick that song now when nobody's allowed to go away? It's almost like you're rubbing it in, Mum. It's like you're just rubbing salt on everybody's wounds. So with a heavy sense of irony that I'm singing this for Helen's. This is her hate to love, actually. So you can all hate my mum for reminding you all that you won't be going any summer holidays. Hang on. Oh, let's try again.
We're all going on a summer holiday, no more working for a week or two. Fun and laughter on a summer holiday, no more worries for me and you for a week or two. We're going where the sun shines brightly, we're going where the sea is blue. We've seen it in the movies, so let's see if it's true. Not for me or you. Fun and laughter on a summer holiday, doing things we always wanted to. So we're going on a summer holiday to make our dreams come true. For me and you, not for the next 6 months. We're going where the sun shines brightly. No, we're not. We're going where the sea is blue, true, or something like that. We've seen it in the movies, so let's see if it's true. Everybody has a summer holiday. Everybody has a summer holiday. Doing things they always wanted to. We're not going on a summer holiday because the COVID flu has got me and you for 6 months or a year or two. There we go. Probably in the current environment, the most depressing song we could have played. This one by George Michael. My mum mentioned Faith there, but I'm not going to do that because it's not my favourite George Michael one. This is probably my favourite George Michael one. I love this song. This is from an album called Listen Without Prejudice. And it goes like this, folks. I won't let you down, I will not give you up. I got some faith in sound, it's the one good thing that I've got. I won't let you down, I will not give you up. I would really, really love to stick around. Heaven knows I was such a young boy, didn't know what I wanted to be. I was every little good time man on the run, boy. We were living in a fantasy. But to win the race, a prettier face, brand new clothes, and a big fat face for the boys on MTV. But today the way I play the game's got to change, oh yeah. And I'm gonna get me some happy. Something you should know. I think it's time I told you so. There's something deep inside of me. There's someone else I got to be. Take back your picture in the frame. Take back your singing in the rain. I just hope you understand. Sometimes the clothes do not make the man. All we have to do now is take these lies and make them true somehow. All we living in a fantasy. But today the way I play the game's got to change, oh yeah. And I'm gonna get myself happy. I think there's something you should know. I think it's time I told you so. There's something deep inside of me. There's someone else I got to be. Take back your picture in the frame. Don't think that I'll be back again. I just hope you understand. Sometimes the clothes do not make the man. All we have to do now is take these lies and make them true somehow. All we have to see is that I don't belong to you and you don't belong to me. Yeah, freedom, freedom, freedom. You got to give what you take. Freedom, freedom, freedom. You got to give what you take. Freedom, freedom, freedom. You got to give what you take.
There you go, a wee bit of George Michael. And that is this week's Love to Hate from Helen Simpson. Hope I changed your mind, but probably not. Anyway, I'm going to have another look at your comments. Let's see if we got any more of these quiz answers. Or are there no more quiz answers? Let's have a look here. No, I can't see any further quiz answers unless this is stuck. I can't see any more, so I will give you another couple of clues, guys. So as I say, the modern one, I think you'll struggle to get, so I'm going to give you a big clue. This was a duet with Eminem. So this guy's a rapper, died in 2019 December, had the hit with Eminem, got to number 1 in 2020 January. I'm even going to tell you the name of the song, because if anyone gets this without Googling by knowing the name of the song's called Godzilla. Never heard of it. Duet with Eminem, another rapper. So that was the modern one. And I'll give you a huge clue here and say that the other one from, as I say, a 60s act and had the hit in the 80s with it, died in the 80s. It's someone that I've mentioned on the show tonight in a different segment of the show. So I can't really give you much more of a clue than that, guys. All right. I'm still not seeing... Kenny says, think you've stumped us this time, Xander. So the modern one you might not get, as I say, with a song called Godzilla, but the 60s one, as I say, sorry, hit in the 80s, but I think 60s act, and that'll get you there, and it's someone I've mentioned already. And in fact, I'll just do another wee song while you're trying to get that, and then we'll finish the night as per Alan McMillan's request with a wee Scottish one, alright? But this is a brilliant song that I'm going to do for you now, guys, hopefully. And this might be another wee clue for you, alright? If you don't get it after I sing this song, then really you shouldn't be playing quizzes because you're not qualified. But here we go. And after that, it will nearly be curfew time, guys, because as you'll all know, coronavirus comes out after 10. Alright, here we go. This was first released in the 60s.
whom your soul will give, whom you fight for, die for, so the prayer to sorrow. She is so fine, so fine. She is a Reet, Petite, the finest girl you ever want.
There we go. If nobody's got it for that, you're in shot, guys. So there we go. Let's see how we go on with these final quiz answers. Yes. Jackie Wilson, Reet Petite, says Paul Patterson. First in, well done. And I'm going to, just looking at the time there, Paul Patterson was actually in before I sang that. So I'll give that to you, Paul Patterson. Well done. Alan McMillan says the quiz has beat me. The last two have beat him. And that's him Googling and everything. Joking. Jackie Wilson, some darts player, says Kenny Skeen. No, it's true. This was the famous Top of the Pops thing, where after Jackie Wilson died, someone wrote a song called Jackie Wilson, and when they played it on Top of the Pops, some guy working in the graphics department made an arse it, and this is honestly true. You can Google it, put it on YouTube. There's a big picture of Jackie Wilson in the background. Cracks me up. Okay, guys, so we have got, Jackie Faker Coddy. Richard Scene, quiz. Sonny and Cher, I Got You, Babe. Whoosh. Not even after I sang the song, Richard still didn't get it. We need to come to a consensus, guys, on who's top fan this week. So let me know in the comments section who you're having as that. It's been a great night, folks. Really enjoyed it. Quiz has gone down well. I will give you the final quiz answer because I could carry this over, but to be honest, I don't think anyone's going to get this. It is. I'm actually going to just have to check the name. Juice WRLD. Honestly, that's Juice WRLD, and WRLD doesn't have an O in it, so it's Juice WRLD, who duetted with Eminem on Godzilla. And had a #1 single in January 2020, having died the previous December. Not a clue, guys. But other than that, you got them all. I'll give you a quick run through for anyone who might have missed some of them. Buddy Holly, Eddie Cochran, Jim Reeves, Jimi Hendrix, Elvis Presley, John Lennon, Jackie Wilson, the last one we got there, Freddie Mercury, Aaliyah, George Harrison, Tupac Shakur, the Notorious B.I.G., Eva Cassidy, and then Juice WRLD. Who would have thunk it? So thanks so much for joining me, everyone. It's great. We've had a great time. I'll be back next week. As I say, I'll keep an eye on the Facebook page. I'll try and think of some more fun things to do, since I won't be able to have anyone in the room with me for the foreseeable future. But we will try to keep it fun and keep some things happening for you. But in the meantime, I'm going to finish tonight. I've had a wee request from Alan McMillan earlier on. For a wee Proclaimers number, not a Proclaimers number, sorry, a wee Scottish number, written by Dougie MacLean. So this is Caledonia. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you all again shortly, guys.
I don't know if you can see changes that have come over me these last few days. I've been afraid that I might drift away, so I've been telling old stories, singing songs, take me back to where I belong. And that's the reason why I seem so far away today. Let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia's been calling me, now I'm going home. And if I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. I have moved, kept on moving, proved some points that needed proving, lost some friends that needed moving, made others on the way. Now I have cried and I kept on crying, stolen dreams, yes, there's no denying. I've traveled far with my conscience flying, somewhere on the wind. So let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia's been calling me, now I'm going home. And if I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sigh. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next Friday, 8 p.m. Bye.
The doctor will see you now.